We're live. It is Sunday, the 24th day of June, 2018. And we are doing an emergency live broadcast. I am going to be here for the next 10 minutes or so, and then I am going to be doing my regular Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. transmission. I've been telling you since Trump became president-elect that criminal multinational elements, mainly funded by communist China, have been in control of U.S. intelligence agencies at the top, not the middle and bottom, and that they are trying to stop the U.S. economy being turned back on. They're trying to stop Hollywood being this engine of anti-America, anti-family, anti-God garbage and just be free. Some will be anti-God, some will be pro-God, just not one anti-American message. We have been in the thrall of a long-term 60-year multinational attack. It's all declassified. And so this is an epic issue. This is the real issue. There's all these thousands of flavors of politics and news and information and a million Hindu gods. Well, to use the God analogy, this is the one true God. This is the real info. This is what's in the white papers. This is what's in the universities at the highest levels. This is what runs things. And these social engineers want to divert you from the real world so that you're not a player in the real world. Now, John Brennan, who is a converted to radical Islam Wahhabist, is on record saying that they would never allow Trump to be elected, that they would then overthrow Trump. And now a year and a half plus into Trump being in, as the economy comes back, as everything turns around, we got all these big peace deals, you name it, Brennan continues to try to look strong for the stay-behind networks, or their people that are still embedded in government, that are revolting against America, revolting against Trump, that are involved in mutiny against the American people and the voters getting control of their government again from multinational corporations and governments. That's all this is. Remove Trump from the equation. You know, I call this an emergency message to the president, and that's my message to the president. Is you've already been bold, you've been on target about everything. You've proven yourself. You've been a promise keeper. But that said, come right out and point out you pulled us out of TPP, a deal that signed us on to Chinese and globalist total control. Come out and point out that the people serving this globalist interest are anti-American, as you've done, but state it clearly, and that you were elected. And all their false claims of fake Russiagate and the rest of it is just that, an attempt to steal the will of the people away. That's my message to the president. There are so many followers in this country that were born into wealth or are married to somebody wealthy like President Trump, or who are part of the power structure, who think going along gets you ahead. That's happened for the last 50 years or so, but that's coming to an end. The whole world is voting for nationalism, populism, free market capitalism, because they know it works. There is a rebellion against mainstream media, a rebellion against mainline intelligence agencies, a rebellion against all of this. And so you've got the Democratic Party, Hollywood, and the rest of it saying, go harass the head of DHS at her home, kick the press secretary out of a restaurant, the Red Hen. All of this is attempts by a bunch of cowardly, chicken-necked, soy latte drinking cowards that have lived off the largesse of America to try to intimidate red-blooded Americans of every skin color who have red blood to roll over to their crap. And I'm making a prediction here. If Trump holds the course, if we hold the course, you're going to see, since the first time since the Civil War, a red wave. You're going to see more seats in the Senate, more seats in the House. The system is totally panicked. If we don't bow down and back down from their intimidation, we're only going to see mega massive victory. But I want to tell David Rockefeller's ghost and Zbigniew Brzezinski's ghost, a lot of globalists died recently, and John McCain's ghost, and all the rest of their ghosts, this: you're not standing in the way of progress. Nancy Pelosi, all of you. And it's a Pyrrhic victory. Even if you could remove Trump, which you're not going to do, you will never regain control of our consciousness, our mind, our soul. We're awake to you. We know how much you hate us. We've read your own WikiLeaks. We've seen your statements, how you hate Christians, gun owners, anybody who's independent, because you're parasite criminals and you're threatened by that. So here's the big news if you just tuned in. John Brennan, the guy caught illegally surveilling, the guy caught lying to Congress, the guy that told Trump, well, you better not fire me. You better not talk bad about what we did spying on you as candidate Trump. You better watch your mouth. I mean, look at Brennan and Clapper, the guy that lied to Congress and said the NSA has never spied on anybody in America. Look at the power trip of these nobodies that were put into the power structure by the corrupt corporations because they are cowards. They are weak people. They have no soul. They have no will. They have no real bravado or chutzpah or anything. They're just yes men. So they sit up there and proclaim for the last year and a half how Trump would fail, how Trump would fall on his face, how Trump's incompetent. You are incompetent. You're in the way of human destiny. Get behind me, Satan's butt wiper, John Brennan. Get out of the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Move out the way. Move, bitch. You see them headlights? You see me knock them curtains down? Who bought them TVs, bitch? Tell me that. You're little toadies of the system. And so you come out and you portend, you tea leaf read that Trump's done. We've already heard you. You've got all the weak-minded people believing you. You've already got them all believing that Trump would never cut taxes and Trump would never secure the border and Trump would never bring America back and Trump would never get peace deals and Trump would never pull out of TPP and Trump would never get thousands of companies to come back. But he did. You've already been defeated. But see, when you say we've been defeated, that's just talk. I don't say you've been defeated unless you've been defeated. So the former CIA head says your fear of exposure is palpable. Your desperation, yeah, just everything's turning around. Even more so, it just invert all this. It's upside down. So John Brennan's saying, we are so scared of exposure. My God, we've committed giant crimes. We were totally committed. We thought we'd get away with illegally spying on you, trying to plant stuff. We've been caught lying to Congress. Oh my God, what are we going to do? We're total failures. Our desperation is even worse than our fear of exposure. And then they go on and say, when will those of conscience, that means other cowards like us, be bluffed into turning against you because we can't bluff and scare you? So the message is to his cabinet, roll over, we'll protect you during this. See, and this is all a message from John Brennan to the deep state stay-behinds in government trying to sabotage the return of America, the economy, everything else. They're desperately in there trying to block all this. That's what this is. Your fear of exposure is palpable. Your desperation even more so. When will those of conscience among your cabinet, inner circle, and Republican leadership who's demanding that Rosenstein give them all the secret documents, which he won't do? Now he gave part of it, blood in the water. They have been caught. They are dead in the sights. They are absolutely rogue. So now they're like, we're winning. You're about to go down, Trump, because that's what's happening to them. They're going down. So your fear of exposure is palpable. Your desperation, even more so. When will those of conscience among your cabinet, inner circle, and Republican leadership realize that you're unprincipled? Oh, they're the people that sold us out to communist China, told us mobile execution vans killing Buddhists and Christians is okay. They're the ones that say the family's bad. They're the ones that do all the scams, ship the drugs into the country, try to rig elections. And they're saying, you're unprincipled. We are moral, said the devil. And Republican leadership realized that your unprincipled and unethical behavior, as well as your incompetence. Oh, he's incompetent. He beat you. He turned the country around. He did everything in spades. He worked 18 hours a day. So many good things happened. You are incompetent and seriously damaging our nation. But Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Bill Maher came out last night and said, or Friday night and said, I do want to crash the U.S. economy to stop Trump. See? You guys all controlled everything. And you want to make us poor, so we got to bow down to you sacks of crap. It's not happening. You got Donnie Douche, that nobody knows who he is, Donnie Deutsch, saying everyone that supports Trump's a Nazi, get in their face, kick him out of restaurants, bully him. Hey, you guys want your little soft core civil war? It's time for libertarians, Christians, conservatives to study every dime they spend, whether it's Time Warner or CNN or whether it's cable, and just dump it all. And dump HBO and let them know, and tell people on Facebook, Twitter, use their platform, say, oh, well, since I need to die in the ditch because I was bad, and Trump came in and took care of our veterans and turned the economy around and did all these great things, since you little bullies clinging on to obscurity before oblivion, since you don't understand, since you don't get it, we need to stand up against you. And then you get the lady who gave tens of millions of dollars illegally. She's the most corrupt member of Congress on record. But because she's a woman, she gets away with it. Maxine Waters goes on television. We'll play a few of these clips in a press conference and says, go out and harass all the Trump supporters, harass his cabinet. And then she can't even get her. She goes, oh, yeah, Trump's underlined instead of undermined. He's underlined the Democrats. Yeah, Freudian slip there out of the mouths of babes there. And then there she is screaming all this hate when she bailed out her own husband's bank with taxpayer money, when she's this corrupt moron. And again, we don't seek power as genuine, decent people, but we have to get in control of our country and our world through the legislative and executive and judicial process, because we're dealing with crazy, out-of-control egomaniacs that have had power so long they don't know what they're doing. So before I play this clip, here's my message to the president. Stay the course. Realize that you've got a lot of people around you that support you and love you and understand what's happening, understand destiny's taking place. And we're very thankful for your will and the fact that you didn't want to run for office, but you just couldn't sit by and watch America mutilated like this. But to the other people that are constantly being manipulated and talked to by Google and by the media and all of it, they are weak-minded and they're trying to hedge their bets because they're scared. And this is modern warfare, and America is in the middle of a real civil war against foreign multinational interests doing psychological warfare. And the whole fake thing at the border, it's now admitted that the little girl was never separated from her mother and that it was all the photos of Obama putting them in cages, but it doesn't matter to leftists because their whole religion is that they run America and they dominate America. Even though they're not in power, the average globalist minion is this living through somebody else's reflected glory people. And so they feel like they've lost their identity because they hate flyover and Christians and good-looking families. If you ever see a good-looking family, black, white, old, young, and the left just, they don't have families. That's why when they see me in public with my wife and 4 children, they begin to just have convulsions of anger because they don't have the birthright of just being good, decent humans. They're the fallen. They're the twisted. And that's what I've told the president. They hate you because you want to build things up. They hate you because you have goodwill. They hate you because you don't have it out for America or anybody else. You just want planetary victory. And so they're canvassing all the military officers and everybody right now. Again, as we saw the last 10 times since Trump got elected, he's coming down any moment. But it was Brennan and it was others that went on television with Clapper and Hayden, all the usual suspects, little cowardly, soft, I don't want to say effeminate because it insults women, just little cowards, little diseased marshmallows who went on TV in the last 6 months of 2017 and they said Trump will be gone by July. He will be gone by September. He will be gone by October. He will be gone by November. He will be gone by December. He will be gone by January. And it just didn't happen, assholes. And then the economy comes back and everything. It's almost better if you could remove Trump from a sick Machiavellian view, but I don't want to see that happen because everyone that has a thinking mind will realize you're trying to take victory and decency. You got Phil Mudd saying he's going to kill the president. That's the protege, the attaché, the aide de camp, the minion, the chief ringwraith, the witch king of Mueller, saying we're going to kill the president. That's all when they're on CNN going, we're going to kill the president. You're like, God, that's a radical ass statement. That's meant to go, stay there, hold on, don't follow orders, keep sabotaging the economy, try to bankrupt things as fast as possible. We're going to defeat him. Trump is going to lose. God almighty, what are we going to do? So that's all the other talk show hosts and the podcasters and all the entertainers that just kind of go with the wind or so self-centered they don't even care about their own self. That's so they all go, well, God, they seem confident. I mean, Trump's going to lose. And that's all they're doing. is just signaling, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, while the economy comes back and all these good things happen. They don't know what to do. And as political correctness has its back broken, the NFL loses half its viewers in the last 2 years, and all of it, it's all falling apart, and they can't stop because they were used to being in total power. Because this is central. This is key. This is the heart of it. They believed as cowards, projecting their cowardice, their follower mentality onto us. They believed that on all these decades of us sleeping, that we were intimidated and scared. They don't realize the attacks got so bad and so out of control that the sleeping giant awakened. And now the sleeping giant is on its feet. And that's why they're so panicked, because the boys are back in town. The birthright's back in town. The human destiny is now here. And the whole thing of television and culture and Hollywood kind of caught our ancestors off guard. The old yeoman farmers kind of got us twisted and caught in a trance for now. But the trance is lifting, and the great will and the great continuum of human time and human experience is now the fulcrum to slingshot us into the future. So just like you could slingshot to go to light speed, as many algorithm analysis have been made by physicists, astrophysicists, quantum mechanics, NASA engineers, just as you could accelerate to near light and use the gravity to go around the sun or even Jupiter or Saturn to slingshot, we are being tested by this evil and are now already making the jump. And I hope Trump goes with us like big rocket boosters. But if Trump falls away, he knows that he sent the rocket into the next level. And that's what these statements are. And that's why Trump wants a space force, something new he can do that he creates, to take away the planetary breakaway civilization they already created, announce what's already there, but under a new legal auspice, and then take control of the entire shadow government and all the secret technologies and life extension and deploy it to the people. So now you understand why you see 1960s craft, and they call that the Space Force. It's not. Look at your cars today compared to what they were 50 years ago and understand that great truth. All right, so there's my message to Trump. I want to go out with Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters, God, they're the same person, and just her bizarre statements about how I was on vacation a few weeks ago, and I had 3 women come over. They always were backed up by their husband. And I'd be sitting there with my kids at a table, and they'd say, "You dirty Russian, you're going to prison," or blah, blah, blah. And I'd say, "Are you done?" I wouldn't even say you Democrats are known for working with the Russians, all their crap. I'd just say, "Hey, sorry America's coming back. I love the fact you came over and got in my face. I was kind of tired, but now I've got a lot of energy. I'm going to go shoot a video right now to a couple million people. Bare minimum, a couple 100,000, sometimes a few million. And every time they did that, I would go shoot a video. And that's what you've got to do, is every time the globalists get in your face, try to shut you up, you just do an article, you do a comment, you do a video. That's why they're getting rid of comment sections everywhere, because they know people listen to comment sections more than they listen to the article. People go to newspaper comment sections to interface with humans. And so, listen, they're not going to beat us. If you're conscious, if you're aware, if you're awake, we can't be stopped. We got goodwill. We love the future. We love you. And we're going to move forward. So here is one of the most corrupt members of Congress, who gives her husband tens of millions of dollars at his own bank. Here is Maxine Waters just looning out, not even knowing what planet she's on. And the fact that they think they're going to be in control just because they do this. And it's like a spoiled, rotten baby throwing a fit. At a certain point, you stop catering to it. And I'll be live in 1 hour and 15 minutes at Infowars.com/news and on radio and TV stations across the country. We got a lot of big news, updates on Disease X, and a lot of really critical things that are coming up. But they are making their move with all the PR that Trump's about to fall and Trump's about to go down. And notice it's all based on a hoax. Tom Arnold, that lunatic, that empty vessel. You talk about demon possessed. I mean, you look at that guy. He goes, "Oh, I ran into Cohen, Trump's lawyer. He said he's going public against the president." And I said on Friday, that's a total hoax. And of course, it is a total hoax. It's just some empty nobody running around trying to hype some failed Vice show where he looks around for dirt on the president. as the president turns the country around. And then he lies and says, oh, there's all this dirt. Cohen's teaming up with me. And then the witnesses, even from newspapers that were there, said, Cohen just said, oh, here's a selfie. Okay, have a good one. 20-second interaction. And I saw CNN going, well, it's about entertainment, so what? And I saw the Houston newspaper doing the same thing. He lied to you, just like the kid was not separated from her mother. Her mother brought her through a dangerous desert and wasn't separated from her. And then there was this huge lie they keep going with, self-righteously, get out of here, you hurt the children. When the Democrats want to abort every child they can. When the Democrats are the pedophile party. But they know we care about kids. See, they want to hurt kids. So these psycho sharks go, hey, tell them they're hurting kids. Everything. Oh, Alex Jones is, mean to these parents, or Alex Jones hates the kids, or Alex Jones, or Trump. It's all a lie. And once you know the scam, it's all over. So the weak minds out there believe Trump's about to fall. The weak minds believe all that. Well, I told you he was going to win. And I'm here to tell you, no matter what you do, we've already won. So I'm not some of these magical thinker people where I just say something to make it come true. When I really know it and I see it, our victory is very, very short-lived, though, because we're going to look back on 2018, 2019, 2020 and go, my God, why did we get behind Trump? Because there's going to be big challenges coming. This is us before the fight. This is God giving us a chance to get ready, not even to fix what's happened. But the screens and the programming and the corporations and the brainwashing and the GMO and the geoengineering and all the stuff that's happening and the interdimensional collision that's happening right now. People are going to look back later and they're not going to want to remember what fools they were. It's like, remember how you said Trump was bad? Remember how I don't want to hear about it. God, what are we going to do? Well, you should have gotten ready now. It's like the biblical story. Who was the prophet? And they historically dug him up in Egypt. They proved he was real. Who was the Jewish prophet that was the chief advisor? I forget his name, to the Egyptians. And he had the vision of the 7 years of plenty and the 7 years of famine coming. And that's pretty much what this is. And so Trump is just a last gasp of pro-human stuff. Like kind of what we had stored up in the backup tank. And all these minions just want power to be recognized. They're like, bring it down. God, blow the economy up. Jesus, hurt the family. God, oh, God, I hate it's like, frick, hate America. And they don't know because they have nothing. And they resonate so low that they just feel that demonic force. It's like a bug zapper. It's like, bzz, 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 bzz. They don't even understand it. We need to stop worrying about them and just move on to those that are connected and those that are consciously rising. Because that's what's freaking the devil's out, is that there's not this thing of God's spirit in the world now where it's for everybody. It's either for those that are awake and those that want to go to the next level and those that communicate with each other spiritually and those that don't get it. And we have to see ourselves, who we are that love God, and look at ourselves and realize who we are and realize our potential. Not on some Satanist power trip, but who we are and why the enemy hates us. The enemy's all dressed up in their finest garb because they're ugly, they're potbelly, they're hunchback. We've seen them. They're very sad people. They're fallen. They're gone. They got sucked out before they were ever born. It's genetic bloodlines of just really trash. Those of us that are not part of that need to really let the dead bury the dead and move on and knock the dust off our feet and wash our hands and get focused on the future, because the big choice is coming and the big attack is 5 years out. It's coming. 5 years. We got 5 years till the next level. 5 years till total invasion. Now you can make what you want of that, but I'm just going to tell you what I really know. We got 5 years. Get ready, planet Earth. Enemies are all over. They've been jacked up by the enemy to try to destabilize things. 5 years. We got 5 years. Make the space jump. That's what they don't want you to know. Get ready. 5 years. Count down now. You got 5 years from today. 5. It's counting down right now. 5 years. You'll never know what hits you if you don't wake up. 5 years. The clock's already ticking on the binary weapon. It's already been introduced. It's a psychic weapon. A spiritual weapon, a physical weapon, a chemical weapon, a biological weapon, a full spectrum dominance weapon. 5 years. And all of you that think you serve the system, that you think you've gotten out of this, you're fools. You only defeat this with free will head on. So, all of you cowards get more and more scared. Trump was not even what you feared. You feared people breaking free of the bondage because misery loves company, but you will be defeated. We're live in 1 hour, 10 minutes. That's this emergency warning to the president, emergency warning to everyone, emergency warning on the deep state openly. Oh, I never even got to the main headline. My God. Huh. You've got the head, former head of the CIA, still running networks inside the government, saying we're going to overthrow the president and telling the cabinet to overthrow the president. I mean, that's so illegal. That's overthrow the voters, all of it. That is just insane. And again, it just shows how pathetic these people are. And look at these little cowards no one ever heard of who burrowed into our government and have sold us out to everybody they can, believing there's these big winners. I mean, these are pathetic people, and these are our enemies. So that's it. They think you're done. They think you're broken. They think you're a loser. Well, if they're winners, I want to be a loser. They're not winners, ladies and gentlemen. These are the worst people that have been honed by darkness to serve it. These are not even awake, conscious. These people are husk. These people are skin mask. They're dead. That's why there's no victory in a physical war. They're already gone. They're dust. Just like in the archetypes. You kill a vampire, it turns to dust. There's nothing there. They don't have children. They don't create wealth. They only feed. And all these little soft devil worshipers, these little self-centered people are falling. But they believe they've defeated you. They've not. Only if you believe their lies that, oh, you're not on the winning team, or, oh, God, Trump's going down. How many times have you heard that? And how many times has Trump come from behind? He's not even come from behind here. It was all a hoax. The little girl not being with her parents and Tom Arnold meeting with Trump's lawyer, Cohen. It was all lies. And the media makes jokes about it, like, oh, look, we lied to you again. It's so funny. The good people at Google. All right, that's it for this transmission. I'll see you in 1 hour, 8 minutes at Infowars.com/news and newswars.com. Again, the globalists hope you don't share those links. Oh, and yeah, here's
The American people have put up with this president long enough. What more do we need to see? What more lies do we need to hear? It is time for us to say, even though there are those who don't.
Pause and back that up. How more lies? All Trump's been doing is telling the truth on 95% of stuff. There's a few things you can find. I mean, compared to the politicians, it's night and day. How many more lies? How much more will we put up with? God damn it, the country's turning around. What are we going to do? They're going to figure out we've been lying. God, get rid of me. He hurt that baby girl. I feel good. I got something deep down. Something called lying. And it tells me what to do. It tells me what it's all about. You know, they've got the life serum, actually. He never died. She's a famous music singer. I'm being sarcastic. Let's finish up with this, and I got to get ready for the live show. Go ahead and go.
The American people have put up with this president long enough. What more do we need to see? What more lies do we need to hear? It is time for us to say, even though there are those who don't want us to say it, Mr. President, you need to be impeached.
Even in America.
He has done more than is needed to be impeached. But putting this on top of all that he has done, his alignment with Russia and Putin, his love of the dictators of the world, how he has not said one word about the fact that they tapped into our DNC, underlined our democratic process. He's not said one thing about it, but he can wrap his arms.
And then you've got like a 99% white crowd out there. I feel good. All right, that's enough. I got to get ready for the show. But hey, we can sit here and joke around all day. They're making their move on the president right now. They're making their move bigger than Dallas. And I just can't believe how they use the children thing, because they're not close to getting rid of the president, but they've got even some people around the president. You got your mic open. They got some people around the president even thinking he's about to fall. They got the Pentagon thinking it. And it's just like, I don't just say this to scare the deep state, because they don't listen to facts and they're arrogant because they were given all their power. They didn't actually do it. They didn't build it. You know, I can look 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 levels ahead. In fact, I can look beyond that. A little sick part of me hopes you remove Trump. Because we're corrupt and decadent. Even if he turns stuff around, we're going to fall right back into decadence pretty quick. But if you remove him or kill him, then I think we become a type 1 civilization even quicker. And I know Trump. It's what they call fatalistic about this. He understands the big piece of history he is now. And I don't think he wants to die, but he's ready to die. He's ready to be attacked and lied about. I'm just so ashamed of the general public, many of them, not all of you. I'm very proud of a lot of you, that you're so fear-driven, especially those that have had a taste of power. You know, the system thinks trying to sue me and shut me down and bankrupt me scares me because I've had a taste of money. Yeah, I've had a taste of the big-ass hassle it is. I was probably happier when I was in a $125,000 house. Money's just a tool for me to run my operations against you. So, but I understand how it works with you guys. You people that serve the system are a bunch of damn cowards. And here's the deal. I'm not with you. My family's not with you. And we're not rolling over. We built the country. We built the planet. And you jackasses are about to find that out. Now, maybe we'll live in peace with your kids in the future. But as for you, what comes around goes around. So, Donnie Deutsch, Maxine Waters, and all the rest of you guys, I know about 100-year-old scores that have just been rediscovered. And it's archetypal in that vendettas are best served cold. So, you talk, we take action. But that's what we're talking about here. Brennan, the former head of the CIA, is telling the cabinet to overthrow the president. He's calling for criminal activity. But you already called for him to have his delegates stolen and for him not to be seated and then for him to be arrested. It didn't work. So now you say, get out and intimidate Trump supporters. Go out and beat them up. Go out and, man, that's going to really go well. When one of your soy latte boyfriends, shoots up some more congressmen? What, you think then we'll all roll over? Maybe you'll get the congressmen's wives to shit their pants? The men aren't going anywhere, and a lot of women aren't going anywhere either. There's a lot of women act like men. A lot of men act like, I don't know what they act like, little babies. So it's not some statement that women are going to stand down. But women almost have like this reserve that they think men are supposed to do it. Well, when men cease to act like men, it's time for women to do it. All right, I'm done babbling. Live in 1 hour, 3 minutes. Infowars.com, newswars.com, prisonplanet.com. Let's play this CNN public service announcement. We have that queued up? All right, well, you play a few more clips and I'm done. All right, I'll see you guys in an hour. Thank you.
Around another dictator, Kim Jong-un, and tell us we ought to swallow it. We're through with you, Mr. President. We're not going to swallow it. You have members of your cabinet that have been booed out of restaurants, who have protesters taking up at their house, who's saying no peace, no sleep.
Let's start that clip over again. I want to play this when I start the show in an hour. We have people booed out of restaurants. Well, my God, my grandfathers were flying B-17s and Liberators over Germany. If Hitler would have just booed at them, they'd have crapped their pants and gone away. We got people booed out of restaurants. And now we know they were following the secretary and we're all ready for a PR stunt and put her info up online, everything. I mean, that's your warfare? Is you're going to boo us? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You're going to... Man, America, but King George, we fought. The Nazis, we fought. Everybody else, we fought. But, folks, they're going to boo us in restaurants. Man, we better give up right now. You know what? We forget the economy, taking care of the veterans and getting rid of these death panels and getting rid of political correctness and rebuilding our military and cutting taxes and getting thousands of factories to come back. My God, we had Democrats at some place called Shit Butt Hen, the commie hen, who came up and said, get out of here. And then she left and bitched about it, said, well, they go, oh, we didn't tell you to go. We just told you to go. We didn't receive service, so you can't sue us. Yeah. Oh, you're going to make our gay cake. But if we see you in here, we're going to throw your ass out. And oh, God, it's something I'm going to make when I get on air later. Guys, print me some of the articles just so I have it. Gals, please. About the exodus out of blue states. Everyone leaving, it's all collapsing, it's all falling apart. That's even Wall Street Journal, New York Times, they all admit it. And then you've got the lady I had on, Atkinson, from the EU Parliament. She's like, we want out of the EU. We voted, we want out. And they go, we're cutting your mic off. Go back to England and get out of here. She's like, exactly. And it's the same thing. They're all fleeing blue states. It's all collapsing. They all went and got worthless degrees. They're all in debt. They're all the idiot liberals. And then now they're saying, get out of our restaurants. So I think we should start a service that rates restaurants whether they're just free speech friendly, not even Republican or Democrat, like libertarian, just an L for libertarian. You got like, kosher, K or whatever. That's great. We should all say, I'm going to start labeling our products libertarian, meaning we don't care if you're gay, straight, old, young. You want our product, you got it. Water filter, you name it. It'll cut toxins no matter whether you're a commie or a Christian or whatever it is. But think about that. They are all collapsing their areas and then coming here, seeking power as little control freaks and trying to tell us what to do. And so the left wants us out of their restaurants. I've learned about Bill Clinton, Hillary and stuff. They check. They only go to their constituents' hotels. They only go where it's their people. They've got their little things. And I think as libertarians, as Christians, as patriots, we've got to get really aggressive. Like we've done with Amazon and others. Amazon's in trouble. For like, wait, if you're not free speech, and if you hate me, and if you want to deny me service, I deny you service. And we're the producers. The vampires are trying to tell us. How to live. Yeah, that was 4 years ago, the growing blue state exodus, diaspora. And then they go, oh, Trump's like a Nazi separating kids from their parents when that's all fake footage they're showing anyways, and it's been going on for decades when they do have to separate because I know who they are. And they go, oh, yeah, he's like a Nazi. No. The Jews were trying to get out of Germany and out of Poland and out of Hungary and Romania and all the rest of it. We're trying to get in. It's all, and then a Nazi collaborator, George Soros, funds the whole thing. And that's why I just feel sorry for the podcasters and cowards out there that see the censorship and stuff when we're winning and go, oh, God, let's not just not talk about the censorship. Let's bash Alex Jones a little bit. And maybe that'll get us ahead with George Soros. God, thank God I'm not an entertainer. Hey, I'm just an entertainer. Oh, that means you're a coward. You act like a tough guy all day, Mr. Macho Pants. But when that old Nazi collaborator wants you to get down on your knees and suck out the toe jam out of his toes, man, you get down there and you suck on George Soros's feet like they were your mama's titties. It's disgusting. So you don't want to associate with us. We don't want to associate with you. So now it's time for the exodus from the blue state by the people that are patriots and to stop supporting them. Just quietly. Leftists, don't hire them. Don't have truck with them. Don't eat in their restaurants. Don't be around them. And just let them starve to death in their own hell. Because that's what hell is the left and the Satanists and the control freaks and the parasites damned off from us over there, the uncreative losers that claim they're the artists and claim they're creative and want to control who can create and who can have platforms. These are monsters. These are sycophantic, butt-kissing losers that have failed. I'm live in 56 minutes at Infowars.com/news. T-minus 56. T-minus. All right, that's it for this transmission. Finish up with Mad Maxine, and then we'll finish up with a public service announcement from CNN. Here it is.
Already, you have members of your cabinet that are being booed out of restaurants, who have protesters taking up at their house. who sang no peace, no sleep. No peace, no sleep. And guess what? We're going to win this battle, because while you try and quote the Bible, Jeff Sessions and others, you really don't know the Bible. God is on our side. On the side of the children. On the side of what's right. On the side of what's honorable. On the side of understanding that if we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody. And so, let's stay the course. Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
A lot of his supporters believe that we are the enemy of the American people, and that is really, really an awful situation. We are not the enemy of the American people. We love the American people. We are not the enemy of the American people. We love the American people. We love the American people. We love the American people.
They came in peace.
We are not the enemy of the American people. We love the American people.
This is CNN.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.